East Africa, a stunning, classic landscape where for centuries the Maasai have herded their cattle, carrying out an ancient tradition. For them, killing lions is a rite of passage. On these ranges, though, something surprising is happening. I'm Nick Clark in the Chulu Hills in the heart of Maasai land here in southern Kenya, where the eternal battle between man and predator has taken an extraordinary new turn. Lions in this country have crashed to dangerously low levels, but here numbers are actually increasing, and it's all down to one of the lion's oldest enemies, the Maasai themselves. Hunter turned ardent conservationist Richard Bonham has flown, lived and loved the Chulu Hills for half his life. He's a co-founder of the Maasai Land Preservation Trust.
When I first got to the area about 25 years ago, there were lions everywhere. If you didn't see them, you see their tracks, you hear them at night. And the Maasai were killing them, as they always have done, in spearing, when, retribution, conflict when they get their livestock. And then they started poisoning them. They just kill a whole pride at a time. So we opened a program on the request of the Maasai to compensate them.
So, here we are at Ranch HQ. Daniel.
Hi, Nick.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Welcome to Orgululu Group Ranch. It's one of the ranches covered by Predator Compensation Fund. We have the banking hall there where the queue is heading, and then we have a small court or a dispute court here.
So all these people outside here, they've all lost cattle due to predators?
Yes, this is the analysis.
So it's very carefully documented.
Yeah.
And here we've got the actual predator column.
Predator.
So you've got hyena, cheetah,
Lion.
hyena, lion,
Yeah.
jackal.
Cheetah, whatever.
There's a lot of lions.
Yeah.
So everything is cross-checked, right?
Yeah.
And if approved, he hands over the money.
It's okay, then hand over the money. Let's meet one of the lion killer, Saruni.
Saruni.
Saruni, he got his name from killing a lion. Once you kill a lion, you are given a new name.
And that's
so
Saruni.
His new name is Saruni, and Saruni means, people, he can help people.
And how did he feel about the moment because he got the first spear in?
And that is the only time you could be recognized as a warrior.
And what does he think now? Because I guess all the young people, the young men now, they want to kill a lion still, but they can't and they shouldn't.
That is when I will say you are a warrior, instead of having your dreads and going to the bush and kill lions.
Right. So a way of life is changing.
In some ways, it's a little bit like, say, asking an English boy or telling an English boy you shouldn't go and play football. We've certainly cracked the elders, the leaders. They now understand it. And so they're telling the boys that this has got to change. So we even got girls now, because part of the deal used to be if you killed a lion, the girls were lining up to be your girlfriend. And the girls are now saying, yeah, you go and kill a lion. We're not interested in you.
Later that day, Daniel shows me evidence that proves the Predator Compensation Fund is working.
This is a male lion because of the nature of the track. It's a bit big and seems like it's alone.
Despite a growing population, actually seeing Chulu lions is rare.
Go ahead.
Meanwhile, the team have heard of a leopard attack.
They knew it's a leopard because a leopard attacked from front, unlike the hyena which attacked from the behind. Right. So you could see the scratches.
So you think he may die?
Yeah, he may die. This is a track.
And has this leopard caused trouble before?
Yes, we've got more than 5 reports in the span of 2 months.
And the question is how the local people deal with this.
We have tried to tell them not to poison, not to spear, to give us time to come and verify their livestock, and we pay them.
But the problem is, of course, the leopard doesn't know anything about compensation. Yeah. So he's just going to keep coming back and doing it. It's just going to cost the scheme more and more money.
That's the problem. If we are able to talk to them and tell them don't attack livestock.
When we look at this concept of the Maasai Land Preservation Trust, what drove you to set it up?
Try and get the Maasai landowners who own this land to have wildlife as the prime source of their income. When that happens, they'll start securing the habitat and they'll look after the animals, as they would their own cattle.
And as we look out at this incredible vista here, how many lions are out there now compared to how it was at its worst?
We think probably there were about 6 or 7 left on this 300,000 acre patch.
Incredible.
And today we're looking at 45, of which 22 are cubs. So
That's just great,
That's
isn't it?
great. If we can get them through, then we're away.
Now, as part of the Trust's work, they have about 120 or so game scouts. Some of them are armed, and they're all on the lookout for poachers, which is pretty endemic in the whole area. That's one of them, is it? Yeah. It transpires this is not a case of poaching for sale, which is still a serious problem throughout Africa.
For this type of young boys, they do for pleasure. They just feel like, throwing spears. It's like kind of training for them. Throwing spears and killing wildlife.
And maybe it's a replacement for killing lion because they can't do that anymore.
Probably is.
Just demonstrates how hard it is to drive it out.
Yes. When you kill a lioness, a Maasai Moran, one, you get a new name. Second, you get praise from your peers. Your fellow Morans will be praising you. And thirdly, you command, a lot of girlfriend around. But above all, it is prestige. A Maasai Moran, you have to kill a lion. With plenty of wildlife, we say we're going to get tourism coming up. Most of them will be employed in terms of game scouts, predator scouts, all this sort of, as members of the ranch getting employed.
It is 6:30, and we've woken to news of a lion kill that's taken place in the last few hours. Apparently an ostrich was taken, and we're on our way to check it out. One of the lionesses in the pride that made the kill has been fitted with a transmitter, which should identify precisely where the group is feeding. So how far away do you think the lion is?
I think it's maybe about 300 yards from where we're standing.
Really? That close?
Yeah, not far.
Our first glimpse of one of the pride, a male. He's magnificent, isn't he? You can see he's a young lion. He's apparently about 4 or 5 years old because his mane hasn't fully grown yet. And he's sitting there just guarding his kill. He's moving. He's chasing the jackal away. The fact that I'm here at all and able to witness this, that we're here to film it, is testament to the success of this project, a project which after all helps both man and beast.
It's one lion, for tourists coming to see. It will buy, the money they get, they can buy many cows. So, in another 3 years, if all goes well, when this cub's success, will reach to 80 and 100 lions. And that will be like a proper sustainable lion population that we need.
Ultimately, in this modern world, to keep this wilderness going, you need tourist dollars. Lose the lion, and you lose part of the wilderness, and the whole circle begins to break down. 20 years ago, there were 120,000 lions in Africa. Today, there are around 25,000. The winning efforts in the Chulu Hills are happening in the nick of time.